Give me a break, man. Give me a break, man. Let's watch Victor from Japan.
Victor, give me a break, man. Give me a flake, man. Here with my old Mac. That's about 7 years old, maybe. As you guys know who've watched me, I'm a big Mac addict. Well, not so much an addict. I'm used to it. I've been using Macs since 1984. Way back in the day, the original Macs. I've got my Mac's laptop here. And as you probably saw in a recent video, I'm dying to get the new 27-inch with a 3 terabyte Fusion drive. And I do have an iPhone 5, had the iPhone 4. I don't care about the iPhone 6 that much because I'm doing fine with this. This is fine. I don't need it. I'm willing to wait. I still got another, I think, 6 months or a year on the contract. However, in Japan now, as all over the world, I thought it was just Japan, the Chinese mafia, are they mafia? I don't know, but the Chinese are like nuts. They've been cutting into lines. There's 2 great videos I'm going to link to you below. One is in English for those of you who are not interested in learning Japanese at all. But there's one in English that shows you all the Chinese in New York City and other stores all over the USA cutting in line and actually not so much cutting in line, but sitting in line in the States. I think the reason is in the States they seem to be behaving themselves because I think they have to. The police in New York City keeping them in control, or whatever cities were in that video. You see the cops arresting someone and telling them, don't sleep on the sidewalk, stuff like that. In Japan, though, people are more civil and relaxed here, and the problem is that some Chinese, not all of course, I'm not saying all Chinese are terrible, but some Chinese definitely take advantage of that. And all over Japan, at the Apple stores all over Japan, some Chinese have been cutting in line, and actually I think in Fukuoka it was, or Osaka, 100 Chinese just jumped in front of the line and just jumped into the store. Some of them got violent and started, well, who knows, the Japanese, oabare, they became violent somehow. It's kind of a vague word. And the cops had to be called. But the cops had to be called later. They weren't just waiting there. Like in New York City, the cops were there everywhere, right? So it's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how this is bad. It seems to be like this. Half of me thinks, well, they're smart. You don't see other immigrant groups taking advantage of a money-making situation like this, right? I mean, I guess I get a lot of emails, people saying, oh, I want to do a Kickstarter or a Fund Me project or something like that. And I always think, why don't you be creative and think of a way to make money? Well, it seems like the Chinese are really on top of that game. They really know how to make money. And just to give you an idea, in Japan, they're buying the iPhone 6 for average example prices $1,100 and reselling them at $1,800. A few days later, they appear in Hong Kong or in China, parts of China. I think it was Hong Kong. Check the video for $2,400. So over twice the price. I even heard that some Chinese guy, and I'll give you links to this, renting his girlfriend for $1.24 an hour, so he could save up enough money to buy an iPhone. And she was totally cooperating. He was holding a sign up, and of course it said no sex. You can study with her and you can play video games with her and talk with her and have coffee with her, but no sex. But seriously, some of the Chinese are just crazy about the iPhone 6, but not so much because they love iPhone. They're not like Mac zombies. More than that, they're just interested in making a buck. And again, I don't know if that's well, it's part of capitalism, right? It's part of capitalism to make a dollar, and that's what the Apple Store is doing. So it's really hard for me to say that what they're doing is wrong. They're taking advantage of something. But like the video says, the English video linked below, it kind of takes the fun out of standing in line and waiting to get that first iPhone. Like back in the old days, standing in line is always kind of fun. It's kind of it used to be kind of an event. Now it's more of a cutthroat fight. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Has it happened to you in your corner of the world? Have you ever done anything like this? I know that when I was in college, I bought a bunch of Rolling Stone tickets, and 3 of my friends canceled, and I resold them at a profit. Was that bad? Probably technically illegal, but really, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people have done this before. Isn't it the same as buying land and flipping it? I mean, seriously, what is really wrong with it? Except that, I don't know, I think it might be kind of a racism to think that the Chinese are being bad here. But at the same time, I do think that the Chinese are taking advantage, some of the Chinese, again, some, not all, of the nice Japanese people, because most Japanese people, well, they won't be so quick as Americans to say, get the hell out of my way and they're not going to be so violent, right? They'll call the cops and stuff. But the Chinese, apparently in Japan, they're taking advantage of the polite Japanese society to get in there and get their phones and make some money. And that's all I got to say about that. But I do want to, for those of you who are studying Japanese, here are some expressions I want you to remember. The first one is iPhone 6 hatsubai. Hatsubai means go on sale. Hatsubai. And gyoretsu. Gyoretsu is to make a big line, to be in line, make a big line. Warikomu is to jump in line or cut the line. So warikomu na! Don't jump the line, don't cut in line. Owabare, that's an O, I'm bad at it. Owabare means become violent, you know, get all up, not uppity, that's not the word. Get violent, to become big violence, big violence. And tenbai is to resell. Move and sell, resell, tenbai. So there's your vocabulary. I will include it in the description. I'll type it out for you if you're lazy butts. But anyway, that's my video for today. JNEWS, I haven't done one of these in a while. Thanks for watching and see you guys soon.